Hello guys, Super Z here. In this video, I'll be teaching you guys how to escape the hellhole that we'll be calling the basic arena. Let's get straight into it. So before you start playing PvP, there's gonna be 3 things you'll want to have. Number 1, have all or most of the towers. Yes, and by Mesa towers, I mean crowd control and spawners. If you want to make sure your loadout is the best, it is preferred that you have all the towers as you won't know what will get banned. If you don't have Necromancer or Mercenary Base, then you should ban those 2 every game. Number 2, have a good device. If you're playing on a potato, you're gonna have a bad time because this game mode can get laggy. Really laggy, and that's mostly thanks to the spawner towers, in which case, if you don't have a fast device, you can just ban Merc Base and Necro. Number 3, equip consumables. Yeah, it's important that you do this. Go into your inventory and equip everything except the graveyard and slingshot. These consumables are free so everyone gets them. They're extremely important too. Moving on to building loadouts, which is very important, you will want to seize every major advantage, and simply having a better loadout is a big one. Typically, I want my loadout to have an early defense tower, a crowd control tower, and the last 2 towers can either be DPS, spawners, supports, or stalling. I'll list the towers that belong to each category so you know what to choose. Your loadout should also work for the map you play on, as the chosen map can heavily alter the viability of your loadout. You should also check your opponent's loadout and make sure your loadout will win in the late game. The absolute best loadout you can pick for this mode is Shotgunner, Rocketeer, Necromancer, and the Mercenary Base. But that is assuming that they have not been banned and you have a NASA PC. When it comes to banning towers, you should look at your opponent's loadout and ban their best towers, but try not to fall for any bait loadouts. But usually it doesn't matter what you ban since basic arena PvPers are just generally bad at making good loadouts. Once you're in game, you'll want to defend right away, but make sure to also send zombies as soon as you're able to, because sending will give you income. You'll have to multitask defending and sending. When it comes to defense, it's really not that hard until wave 31. You should use your early game tower for the first few waves. You can start using your splash, DPS, or spawner once you've got a solid defense, which is usually around wave 8 or 9. You should also know which levels are the most cost efficient on the towers you are using, which you can find on the TDS wiki. Usually I just spam crowd control towers at their most cost efficient level, then I'll focus on maxing DPS or spawner units before maxing crowd control units. At any point, if you accidentally leak a unit that can kill you, you can use the Lockdown Shutters consumable to save yourself. This is very important because it can definitely be the difference between winning and losing. Now, as for sending, you gain income instantly after adding zombies to your queue, so make sure to fill up your sending queue right before you receive your income. I recommend sending normals, then slows, hiddens, breakers, bosses, and finally hazmats, which you'll spam for mostly the second half of the game. At any point, if you notice your opponent is starting to struggle, I recommend sending stuff like Necromancers if their crowd control is weak, or just brutes otherwise. You should combine your sends with consumables, mostly protein shake, as it can double your unit's HP. When you're at wave 30, that's when Templars start spawning, but that doesn't mean you should start spamming brutes right away. It's usually very easy to counter the early Templars, so I just continue spamming hazmats and maxing defenses. Especially for spawner units, make sure to use their abilities and properly stack. The enemy spawns will slowly ramp up in health, so eventually one of you is going to die. Usually I'm able to outlast my enemy because my loadout is just simply better, but if it appears that both of you have equally good defenses, you will have to choose to send brutes at some point, typically right before a Templar spawns. You have to be aware that once you start spamming brutes, there's no going back, because it will reduce your eco by a lot, so make sure to choose wisely. Typically the first 2 Templars are very easy to defend. Usually the 3rd or 4th Templar is a good starting point to start sending. Anyways, if you followed my guide to its fullest, you should be dominating pubs now. If that's the case, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and thanks for watching. I'll be sure to post more guides on Molten and Fallen PvP soon.